pardon all my whiteout. It took me a few tries to get it written in a way that I thought would be most helpful. Few tries, in fact, but I'm finally satisfied. I think, unless I delete this and do it again, in which case you won't know because you'll never hear this. You'll hear the revised one, but we'll just go with it because I could go in circles with that. So the description, okay, so John has 9 more than 5 times the number of Lego blocks than Matthew has. Matthew has 345 Lego blocks. How many does John have? So basically what that is, what you're gonna do, a good framework for setting that up is you have a description of the number of blocks John has compared to how many that Matthew has. And it tells you the number. And all of that is the exact number that John has. So when you have B, that is the number of blocks John has. So I feel like what you're going to do is all of this equals B. The way you'll write it is essentially have all of your operations on the left side and then equals B. So you have the description of John's relative to Matthew equals his exact number, which we don't know what it is, so we'll put B equals B. So read all that and you should be able to set up your equation. And don't forget, we're going to do 3 and 4, and so that'll give you some support. In fact, why don't I do 3 and 4, and then we'll go back and talk about 1 and 2 again. The best way to set up number 3 is to start with proportionate ratios. You can take a problem like this and go straight to the equation, but by starting with proportionate rates, you will be able to set up the equation correctly, much more naturally and much more easily. I feel like you're more likely to get the problem right and set it up correctly if you start with a rate with this format that we've been working with rates. This is how I would always do it. It is the way that makes the most sense. And we'll go from there. Windows cleans 34 windows in 1 hour. At this rate, he will clean windows, how many windows in 8 hours? 8 hours. So 8 goes down here, windows goes here. Now I can take this and make an equation. N equals 34 times 8. $272. N equals 272. So if he can clean 34 windows in 1 hour, then he can clean 272 windows in 8 hours. I think he'd get tired and he wouldn't be able to keep cleaning 34 windows in an hour. Number 4, a worker gets paid $100 a day and 50 cents for every mile he drives. He drove 245 miles. How much did he get paid? This is how I think we should set it up. He gets $100, period. Every day he gets $100 plus 50 cents per mile. And that equals his total pay. So that's how I'm going to set it up. He starts with $100 plus 50 cents per mile. We know that he drove 245 miles. So 50 cents times 245. That equals his total pay. So I am going to start solving this. Does this make sense? Let me make sure that I put up here that P is total pay. Just like here, I think I did not point this out, where I said W is windows cleaned in 8 hours. It's very important to label your variables. All right, so let's solve this. I need to just simplify this right here. I'll start with the multiplication. I've got 0.5 times 245. I will multiply that out. I'm going to come over here. Notice I didn't put that second 0 there. It's not necessary because it doesn't have any meaning. Is it 1,225? Is that it? You're supposed to be yelling at the TV, right? Or computer screen or phone or whatever it is you're watching on. And say, no, it's not right. You forgot the decimal. I have 1 digit to the right of the decimal, so I need to have 1 digit to the right in my product. Now I shall go back over here. I have 100. You don't really use dollar signs in equations. I did not need to put that there. 100 plus 122.5 equals P. Well, this is going to be easy. Just add those together. I get $222 well, I'll just go like that. 222.5 is P. Now, since that's money, I'm going to put that in money form. This is not an acceptable answer. It says, how much did he get paid? You've got to be able to write your answer with a label. So since this is money, I need a dollar sign. I will write $222.5. Is that correct? Please say no. It is correct, but it's not exact. It's not how we write money. When we write money, we have 2 digits after the decimal. This would be 50 cents. So I need to put a 0 after that. So it's $222.50. Look at number 2. Lucy has 1/3 as much money as Samantha. We're describing Lucy's money compared to Samantha's. Samantha has $12.69. How much does Lucy have? This is similar to the other one. We'll use M for Lucy's money. We'll have, in your equation, you'll have a description of Lucy's money equals her exact amount. And since you don't know that, you'll have a variable, M, after the equal sign. I hope this all makes sense. I think you should have it. Let's move on to the next page. All you have to do is define the variable, write the equation, and solve it. This word form part, you don't have to do this. This is my way of helping you. You don't have to do this. You have to do this, the equation, and the answer. Just remember that. You are to do 1 and 2 on your own. We'll do 3 together. After we do number 3, we'll go back and look at numbers 1 and 2. I think it's better to do it that way. Tanya's math average is 8 points higher than Joe's. If Tanya has an 87 average in math, what is Joe's average? We're trying to find out what Joe's average is, so that's what we'll need a variable for. M will be Joe's average. We have a description of Tanya's average compared to Joe's, and we have Tanya's exact average. And we'll use those to make the equation. So Tanya's description is that it is 8 points higher than M. So we'll do M plus 8 more. Whatever Joe's is, hers is 8 points higher. And that equals her average, 87. So Here's a description of Tanya's math average compared to Joe's. Here is Tanya's math average. We'll solve this, and the M will tell us what Joe's math average is. Minus 8, M equals 79. Let's go up and look at number 1. Wanda lost 4 pounds this week on her weight loss program. If her present weight is 160 pounds, what was her weight when she started? So we're trying to find out what her starting weight was. So that's what we will use a variable for. W will be Wanda's weight when she started. Whoa. I don't know if it stands for Wanda or weight, but either one is fine. So when we put this in word form, we'll have Wanda's original weight minus the weight she lost equals 160 pounds. So we don't know what her original weight is, but that's okay because we've got a variable for it. So it's where we start with her original weight, we've got a variable, we subtract the weight lost, we know she lost 4 pounds, so we subtract 4, equals her current weight. We know her current weight is 160. So you understand how to set that up. Number 2, Terry mows 5 lawns every week. How much money must he make on each lawn job in order to make a total of $115 per week? So we want to know how much he earns, how much money he must make on each lawn. We want to know how much he earns on each lawn. So our variable T will be money earned on each lawn job. You use that variable in place of the information that you're supposed to find. Got it? Now, he mows 5 lawns per week. How much money must he make on each lawn in order to make a total of $115 per week? So it's going to be 5 lawns times the amount of money per lawn equals $115. So it is the number of lawns he mows times the amount of money per lawn equals the total per week. We don't know all 3 of those values. We know 2 of the values. We know how many lawns he mows. We have a variable for the money earned, and then we know exactly the amount of money he wants to earn. So that's how you're going to set it up to solve it.